Alright, so what we're about to do, what we're about to experience is that in R&R history. By R&R, I'm referring to Robert and Robin, myself and my lovely wife. This is something we're going to do for our 7th year anniversary. We're going to take a tour back down memory lane, look at some of the sights and just get around a little bit, check some spots out, and tell our story. So just want to set that up. Enjoy. Yes, a nightclub. I know, Christian rapper, teaching in Bible study, whatever, man of God. Yeah, 2004, I met my wife at this place here, which is now titled Bootleggers Inn. 2004, I came down here with my man Tony, fresh off of work at the General Jackson. Shout out to the General Jackson. We go ahead, we hop in the car, we head down here downtown. It was a Sunday night, matter of fact, of all nights. A Sunday night, yeah. Anyway, me and Tony get down here, right? Club Roxy's, and it's dead. I mean, it's really nobody outside, and we're like, man, okay, let's turn around, and we're gonna get ready to go back home. And I was like, you know what? We done drove all this way, so why not just at least go up to the line, see if there's anybody there that maybe worthy of going into the club for. So we get out, we go ahead and park, we get out the line. The line is probably, if you focus at the street, this is, let's take a walk this way. So to here, maybe, at best, from here to here, right? So we're gonna come back around this way. So the line is pretty much not very long, but when I get up there, I notice an all-white bodysuit, right? I see her, fellas, I see her from the back, sorry. So I didn't see face, nothing like that. I did see her from the back, just an all-white bodysuit, and I saw a hat, and I was like, you know what? Maybe we should go ahead and go on in. And so we decided to go ahead and go in because of this girl that happens to be in this all-white bodysuit, right? So I get up to the line, and I happen to catch a glimpse of her face, and to be honest, she's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life, right? And so I was like, oh, I'm absolutely going in. I mean, we going in, because her alone, I'll go in here just because she's going in here. So I'm going in the Bootleggers Inn, and I get inside, and I see this girl, and I approach her, try to kick a little game or whatever, just whatever, what dudes do. And eventually I ask for a number, and she's like, well, I'll give you my number later. And I say, no, I'm gonna need that now. And my thinking was that I'm not gonna see you later on. You could leave, or I could leave, whatever, and I'm not gonna see you again. So I'm gonna need to go ahead and get that number right now. And so I asked for it. She didn't give it to me. Whatever. So later on, I'm doing my thing. There's like maybe 6 other people in the club at the time. I don't know. Wasn't too packed. I'm doing my thing. I actually went and I start, I start dancing with another female. At this time, yeah, that's my wife's thumbs down. At this time that I'm dancing with this other female, I feel a tap on my shoulder. And I turn around, and it's this girl. And I'm like, word, okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead. I leave the other girl while I'm dancing with her. I'll just leave her alone. And I go ahead and direct my attention towards this young lady that just so happens to be the most beautiful woman in the world at this point, to me. And she still is, by the way. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about 2004. So she was the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my entire life. So she taps me on my shoulder, so I'm geeked about that. I'm happy. So I go ahead, I give her my attention, and for the rest of the night, it's just me and her, and she's, dancing with me, I'm dancing with her, nothing all sensual or anything like that, just having fun. And eventually, I go ahead and get the number. She gives me her number, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm a lucky dude. I got the number, and I'm gonna give her a call later on. I'm not gonna call her tonight, cause you know we don't do that. We don't want to seem desperate. We ain't gonna call her like right then. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let maybe a day go by. Usually what I did, I sent out a text. I sent her a text or something like that, just to kind of feel things out.
Right then.
And so
I usually send a text.
That was my thought process.
Usually try to, give it a couple days. You don't want to seem desperate. You don't want to seem like the dude that's like, what you doing already out the gate. After we, minutes after we leave the club, we split up and I'm already caught. You don't want to do that. I'm cool. You want to play it cool. So you like, you know what? I get a day. I ain't gonna call her tomorrow. I'm gonna hit her up the next day. So I do that. But like I told y'all, I usually send a text. I don't call right off the bat. I send a text. Yes, back in 2004, there were text messages. We didn't have smartphones then. That's all good. So you just boom. You don't do the swipe. You just you have your keypad with your 3 letters on it, and you press and you keep pressing until you get the letter you want, and then eventually you get the word. It's a little longer process, but it worked. So I had my little flip phone. I put my flip phone out. I was going to Nashville State Tech at the time. So I put my flip phone out after class one day, and I text Robin, something like, hey, how you doing? Whatever, or just reminding her, hey, this the dude from the club that you met the other night. It was probably like a Tuesday or something. So, like, this the dude that you met on Sunday night or whatever. What's going on? No reply. So I sent another text message. Maybe, I'm like, okay, should probably take a little time. All right, so I'm gonna send another text. So I sent another text, maybe an hour or two later. What's going on? What's up? No reply. And so I'm like, well, dang, okay. You know what? I'm thinking in my head, maybe she just ain't feeling me. She don't remember me, so maybe I should just chill and let it go. But I couldn't. So for some reason, I couldn't let it go. So I called. I'm breaking all my rules at this point. Not playing it cool at all. I'll just go ahead and call. So I call the number, rings a couple times, answer machine picks up. And it says Tamikia and the Little Smiths. And I'm like, Tamikia and the Little Smith? This girl's name is Robin. She told me her name was Robin. Who was Tamikia and the Little Smiths? And so I'm like tripping, like, did she give me the wrong number? Like, did I really get the wrong number? Like, I know I ain't the most attractive dude, but I didn't think I was ugly enough to get a wrong number. But anyway, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try this again, because, maybe I dialed the wrong number. Dialed the right number, make sure, I dialed the right number. Called it Tamikia and the Little Smiths again. I don't remember if I left a message or not. I may have, I can't remember. I might have even left a message, to be honest with you. I might have left a message on these people's phone. I can't remember. But in my mind, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take an L on this one. I guess I lost. Tamikia and Little Smiths have no clue who they are. I called, no, I didn't call after that. After that, I just let it go. And I said, all right, I'm gonna just take this L. I guess this girl wasn't feeling me like I thought she was. I just must have mistaken the fact that she tapped me and pulled me off the girl I was dancing with. So anyway, I felt my heart drop a little bit. I was like, dang, this girl is beautiful. And I just got chumped by her. So I'm chilling one day. I don't remember where I was, what time it was, or whatever. And I get a call. And then I answer the phone. I'm like, hello? And she was, no, let me back up. Sorry, no. I actually got the nerve. I did call again. It wasn't that day. I probably let a couple days go by. In my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, you know what? I lost. But then I gathered the courage up to call again. One more time. I'm like, I'm just going to call one more time just to see what happens. So I call the Tamikia and the Little Smiths number. I call it. Lo and behold, may I speak to Robin? Somebody answers, may I speak to Robin? Yeah, this is her. Oh, okay. And I think I explained to her at that time, like, you know, I was calling. I thought you gave me the wrong number. You know, Tamika and Lil Smith. Oh, that's my sister. Oh, okay. All right, cool. And so, you know, I'm trying to kick a little game or whatever, spit a little game over the phone. And she tells me, well, let me call you back. I got my mama on the other line.
I did.
She says that she had her on the other line. And I'm not gonna lie, it's believable as much as she calls her mother. It's believable, but at the time, come on, son. I don't think you got your mama on the other line. I think you got to do it on the other line. You just chumped me off. That's how I'm feeling at the time. So I'm like, all right, dang. You know, once again, I got chumped off. I ain't get but like maybe 2 minutes of game out. You know, I ain't even giving my best stuff yet. And I'm already rushed off the phone. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess, Rob, you just took that L, buddy. So a little bit later, maybe like, I don't know, it wasn't even that day. I want to say maybe a day or two later, I get a call back. I don't know why she waited that long to call me back, but she did. She called me back and was like, you know, may I speak to Robert? I'm like, yeah. And I'm, you know, okay. I see that it's Robin. And, you know, so we have a good conversation, right? We have a real cool conversation. And I'm like, you know what? This girl is really, really cool. This is the place where we had our first date. Can I see that? Can I see it? Can you guys see?
Yeah.
A little bit? Can we see it now?
Blocking it. But they know what it is.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, our first date, Robin and Roberts. First date was at this Walmart. Sorry if, you know, couldn't be more sweet, you know, if you're expecting something just super romantic, or like, oh, we went to this place and we got in a hot air balloon ride and we, you know, shared a kiss under a sunset. No, it wasn't none of that. We met at this Walmart. And I remember pulling up, thinking to myself as I'm pulling up to this Walmart, like, man, if this woman is as beautiful as I remember her, I am some deep trouble. I'm in some deep, deep trouble. So I pull up. This how I pull up too. So I pull up close over here, and this beautiful, beautiful woman comes out, and she's like, so you want to just park over somewhere? Looking very beautiful, very beautiful. Tells me where to park. And so I'm like, whatever, you could have told me anything at that point. I'd do it. I don't care. She fine. So I go ahead and I park, and we go inside that Walmart. And lo and behold, you know, there's her sisters there with these kids, and they're shopping for food, I guess. And so Robin and I, we're sitting down at, there's like a little place where you can kind of sit down and be, I guess, where people eat and stuff. We talked, and, you know, we just had a good conversation, man. We chilled. And so I'm like, all right, cool. This is fun. And she tells me, oh, by the way, do you mind taking home my sister and her kids? And, you know, at this, I mean, it's not a big deal. You know, I'm like, okay, yeah, I could do that. I could take them home or whatever. It's cool. So, ironically enough, I mean, it's only God. You can only say it's God. That I have the kids that I'm taking care of. I meet them the same day I meet my wife, my future wife. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Also, gotta explain how we ended up at the actual date at Walmart. Because remember we stayed there waiting for Key to finish shopping so long that we ended up calling that our first date.
Oh, okay. So, well, she just explained it to you. But yeah, in case you missed it. So yeah, the reason why it ended up being our date was apparently because Key took a long time in Walmart shopping. She just
it was Key's fault.
It was really Key's fault. She screwed up our first date and made it at Walmart. That's your fault, Key. Okay. So, nice little nugget. For about the first 2 weeks, I say, that me and Robin we weren't really dating per se, but I was her friend, quotations again.
as a man, you know, when you into a woman, you're never really her friend. But she thought I was, and I played my role, I played my position. But, you know, there came a point in time where it's like, you know what? I had to tell her later on in our relationship, like, hey, I was never your friend. I always wanted you, I wanted to be your man. So, but I played my friend role. I did my thing. Got in there, whatever. It's nothing. Oh yeah, so going back, first 2 weeks, Robin was sick. She laid up in a bed, and she basically drank NyQuil like bottled water. And I don't know if it was during this time period. Yeah, I stayed with her. She wasn't, all dolled up. She still was beautiful. Even when she was sick, she still was beautiful. She was a beautiful sick. Okay, so I bring her here to the movies, and we come to see Friday Night Lights, which is a movie that I had wanted to see, and so I bring her. This is our second date, mind you, our second date. So I bring her to we watch Friday Night Lights. Well, I watched Friday Night Lights. Robin fell asleep. She was knocked out. She probably saw maybe the first 2 minutes of the movie and she was gone. The rest of the whole doggone movie. And I don't know if it was the bread that we ate at Logan's or Old Charlie's or whatever we went to. Maybe that meal just really got her full and she was just that doggone sleepy. Maybe she had a hard day at work. I don't know. But she was not completely out. And I watched Friday Night Lights by myself.
And every time I watch Friday Night Lights.
Ironically, yeah, that's what I was going to get to. Ironically, every other time Friday Night Lights come on TV, she falls asleep. So, I don't know. Anyway, the second date, Robin fell asleep on our second date. This is how it happened. This is how it went down. We're in a car in the backyard of this place here. We were in a car, and I wanted to say it. She wanted to say it, and I was just like, I can't remember what we was talking about, but I was like, well, you go ahead and say it. And she was like, well, no, you go ahead and say it. And I was like, well, I don't want to say it because if I say it, I'm afraid that, I'm not going to get a return or something to that nature. It probably wasn't that verbatim.
You just said you didn't want to say it first.
I didn't want to say it first. Whatever. So that's what I said.
No, you said I don't want to say it, and then you not say it back.
You hear what she's saying. I guess that's what happened. So I didn't want to say it, and she not say it back. So she was saying something like, well, I don't know what she said. Somehow she able to twist it around, get me to say it first. So I went on ahead and told her I love her, and she told me, she loved me back, which was dope. So
this driveway.
That's it. Did you want me to say something else?
I love you.
Love you too.